This week I decided to try and get Frosty interested in toys. He's really not a toy dog. He's pretty much uninterested, and when he does randomly decide he wants to play with them, he gets bored after about 30 seconds. However, there are a lot of tricks that involve toys that I want to teach him, and especially fetch is a really great way to get exercise on days that we don't go on runs or don't go to the park. And so I really want to see if I can get him interested in playing fetch. So the first thing I did was I got him a couple of tugs that are just fabric with no stuffing inside. He really loves to chew on blankets, so I figured this would, kind of replicate that as much as possible. And he loves to wrestle with us by chewing on our hands, but I decided that we will just start redirecting him to these tugs. So whenever he wants to chew on our hands, instead we give him the tug and he can chew on that instead. He definitely prefers to chew on our hands, so I think it will take some adjustment, but once he realizes that chewing on hands is no longer an option, that the tug is what he's got, I hope that it will become more and more of a habit. Fetch was wildly successful. He's very, very food motivated, so I got some beef liver and stuffed it into a hollow rubber ball to use for fetch, and then also am rewarding him with the beef liver when he brings the ball back. So it took him a few minutes at first. He didn't want to give up the ball, but as soon as he kind of realized that, if I drop the ball in front of her, I get some beef liver, now he's really, really motivated and wants to play with it. I also keep the ball and the beef liver set out of sight. I don't use the beef liver for any other forms of training, only for this. And he doesn't have access to the ball throughout the day, which means that he shouldn't be able to get tired of it, and so this has worked really well, because now whenever I go and grab the ball, he just goes crazy. He can't wait to go chase it down and bring it back to get some beef liver. So this has been really successful. I hope that eventually he might enjoy playing fetch just for the sake of playing fetch. Right now it's purely food motivated, but as long as he's getting the exercise, that's all that matters. Since our fantastic dog sitter moved to Seattle, we have not been able to find a new sitter yet who's willing to work with a dog with a bite history. So that means I have not been able to leave town at all. So this week we actually did do a test trial at a boarding camp that has experience with aggressive dogs, and they have a lot of very experienced trainers there. And so we left Frosty there for 2 days, which was really tough and really stressful. But the trainer said that he did not seem to enjoy himself, but that they were able to safely, get him in and out of the kennels. And so that is at least a big relief that now I can leave town. I can go home for Christmas, and if something comes up where we need him to be taken care of for a little while, we now have an option for that. We are going to continue looking for a sitter that could take care of him in home. We just haven't had any success yet.